All right, my job is to get through this particular review on map. I was going to be specific and tell you what to write, but I'm not anymore. It's so I want you to take notes, and so again, if I write down a formula, if I write down some type of way of solving the problem, you should probably write it down. Okay, I'm gonna see how much notes you believe you need to take in order to impress me. Okay, so this is about impressing me with your note-taking skills. No, you don't have to write down everything. There's just some key concepts that I'll say, okay, write this down, whatever. I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to leave it up to y'all. Leaving it up to y'all gets me upset. All right, which expression is equivalent to 1 over 36? All right, so write this down. We know that if we have anything raised to a negative power, like a raised to the negative n power, gives me 1 over a to the n power. Because when we raise anything to a negative power, we keep the base and we flip the base and the exponent becomes positive. So we're really asking what number a is raised to a power that gives you 1 over 36. Well, 1, you're writing, over 36 is really 1 over 6 squared, which means that this used to be 6 to the negative second power. Right? So when we multiply exponents, we add them. And I'm pretty sure y'all remember that, so you don't have to write that down. So negative 1 plus negative 1 is a negative 2. You work. Again, you don't have to write this down. I'm just circling the answers. 8 plus negative 6 is positive 2. You don't work. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. You work. 7 plus negative 9 is negative 2. You work. And negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. You don't work. All right. This is exactly from the test that you had in the beginning of the year. So like I just said, when you multiply exponents with the same base, you keep the base and you add the exponents. So for this problem right here, we are doing 5 to the third times 5 to the seventh. We keep the base of 5. So we'll keep the base of 5 and do 3 plus 7 is 10. And then times 2 to the third over 5 times, we add these, we get 5 to the fourth. And then 9 plus negative 2 is 7. So when we divide exponents, we keep the base and we subtract the exponents. So 10 minus 4 is 6, so we get 5 to the 6. 3 minus 7 is negative 4. 2 to the negative fourth. And we just learned that we don't like negative exponents. We flip the base and the exponent becomes positive. So we get 5 to the 6 over 2 to the fourth. You're flipping to the bottom. All right, it says estimate to the nearest tenth. We get 5 times the square root of 21. What does it want us to do? Find the square root of 21 and multiply, I'm writing, by 5. And we're not going to do all of this because it takes up time and I don't want the video to be forever. But we know, I do want you to draw the number line. Square root of 21 is between what two perfect squares? Well, to the left of the square root of 21 would be 16, and to the right of the square root of 21 is 25. Now, I taught y'all to put 10, so this is the halfway mark. So this is, let me write these at the top, not at the bottom. That looks weird down there. Come on, eraser. Oh, gosh. Don't start acting weird. Oops, what did I do? Okay, eraser. So I'm going to write it at the top. Square root of 16, square root of 25. So that's 4 and that's 5. All right, so we have 4, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, and then 5. So the square root of 25 is here. Square root of 21 is right there. So if I was going to estimate square root of 21, it's almost like in the middle, y'all, because this 16 is 5 away and then 21 is 4 away. So it's going to be closer to this side. So I would try these numbers right here. So I would come over here and do 4.5 times 4.5, and then 4.6 times 4.6, and then 4.7 times 4.7, and see which one will it be. All right. So you don't have to do that, but that's the math that you will do behind that. And I don't expect y'all to do that because that takes time. All right, for numbers 1 through 8, identify whether the function, whether it is a function or not a function. Hey, I'm writing a function has function no repeating x values. These are the notes. Functions have no repeating x values. So when I look at this x value, -5, 5, 0, 3, -7, -1, none of the x values are repeating. Yes, this is a function. 3, 5, 4, -3, 3. Well, these x values are repeating. No, it's not a function. And then function pass the vertical line test. My handwriting is sloppier than normal because I'm writing with my finger, and yeah, my pen was left home, and yeah, we're not gonna do this when I get home. Pass the vertical line test. This doesn't, because that means the x's at those values are repeating there. You don't have to do this. I'm just showing you. Okay, this does. Cross it one time. In order to pass the vertical line test, the vertical line must touch the graph one time. The equation graph shows the cost in two different gems. And so this is in the form of y. I'm writing, you're writing. Y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, m is your slope, which is your rate of change, slope. B is your initial value, or your y-intercept. M has the variable next to it, B doesn't. All right, so I can rewrite this as y is equal to 15x plus 30 if I really wanted to. All right, it says, what is the rate of change for the gem? Gem rate of change would be 15 because it's next to the x. And then for fantastic fitness, we're going to do rise. I'm writing this over here. I want you to see it. Overrun for the slope. And I'm going to blow this up because I want y'all to see what I'm looking at. So this is at 50, and if I go up there and over, this is not going up by 1. That's going 50 to 60. That's going up by 10. And then that's 10, and I'm going over 1. And then it starts at 50, the initial value. So my m would be 10, and my b would be 50. So the equation would be y is equal to 10x plus 50. All right. I think I need to bring some little life to my personality because I'm tired. And, I don't want to, because I'm tired, give a boring video. You know what I'm saying? I still want to entertain y'all and make y'all feel like, you're here. You're here, Mr. O'Neal. So, yeah. All right. So, fantastic fitness. Rate of change would be 10. Initial value here is the one without the x, 30. Fantastic fitness would be 50. All right, let's move on with our lives. All right, and then it'll ask us to write an equation. We did that. Okay, if you planned a membership for 12 months, which gym should you choose? So you have two equations. All you have to do is put 12 here and put 12 here and see which one is cheaper. Yay. Oh, well, I said here, I didn't point to where. So I put blue. Okay, put 12 here and then put 12 here and see which one is cheaper. Yay! Moving on. What is the slope of a line containing the points? Hey, I'm writing. Look at here. We're going back to red. Red means to write it. Look at there. All right. What is the slope? So the slope formula is m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 for subscript. So we just plug in -7 minus 5 over, get out of here, -7 minus 5 over 1 minus -2. -7 minus 5 is -12, and then 1 minus -2 is a +3. So my slope would be -4. And then what's the slope of this line? We can do the same thing, or we can just simply do rise over run. This is rising to the right, so it's a positive slope. So we're going up 1, 2, 3, and then we're running over 1, 2, 3, 4. So the slope is 3 over 4. All right, so I wrote that and I wrote that. So I want you to write that. All right, moving on with our lives. All right, fix your voice, Mr. O'Neal. Which of the following graphs has a line that appears to have a slope of 0? Well, we know this is Hoy, and that looks like Hoix. but it's Hoy and Vux. And we know Hoy means that it's a slope of 0 and it crosses the y-axis. And so this looks like this. Hoy looks like, I'm going to erase this because I don't have enough room, but y'all keep this. Y'all just write it underneath because you don't have a paper anyway. So Hoy and Vux. Hoy looks like this, or you can write it like me. Hoy means slope of 0. So the slope would be 0. So this looks like 0 over a number. Vux is a slope that is undefined. This looks like, a number over 0. Now I did nest and egg. This is the egg. This is the nest. Fall in the nest. Egg is saved. It's 0. The egg is falling out the nest. The egg dies, so it's undefined. All right. That's how we remember that. So number on top, undefined. Number on the bottom with a 0, it is 0 slope. Or Hoy, horizontal line, vertical line. So if this is asking for a slope of 0, you're looking for a horizontal line. All right, which of these equation is linear? Linear, I'm writing. Well, let's talk about nonlinear. Nonlinear, there will be a exponent greater than 1 with the variable. And there will be a variable, that's the first thing, variable in the denominator. All right, so yeah, variable in denominator. 2 is greater than 1 with the exponent. Where did that green come from? Stuff over here glitching, y'all. All right, this is x to the third power. You're going here, out of here. You are linear. This is in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Woohoo! Moving on. Find the equation of the slope of a line. Yeah, y'all, this one is right. This right here. So this is the 5-step rule. 5-step rule. All right. That looks like 5-step RAL. So we label. I really want to see this. Number 1, label x and y. Then number 2, we write y equals mx plus b. Okay. And then the third thing, we plug in. Fourth thing, solve for b. And then the fifth thing, we rewrite in y equals mx plus b. Now, you can pause the video and write this all down. I'm going to erase this because I need room to actually do this because I don't have any. All right, good. So I labeled, and now I'm going to write y equals mx plus b. And then now I plug in. I don't know what this thing is doing. Plug in. So my y is 2. My m is 1/2. My x is 4 plus b. I get 2. Half of 4 is 2 plus b. Subtract 2. Subtract 2. B is equal to 0. So what's the equation of the line in slope-intercept form? Rewrite as 1/2 x. And we do not do plus 0. Math competent people, no, we don't do that. We don't do that around these pods. Around these pods. We don't do that around these pods. Okay, what makes this different? This is different because we are missing our m, so we have to find our slope. So we say that the slope is this y sub 2, 3 minus 1 over 2 minus negative 1. Add those together, okay? 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So the slope is 2/3. And now we follow the same thing. We pick a point. Pick the easiest. I'm going to pick negative 1, 1. Because, you know, 1s are easy to multiply, whether they're positive or negative. So we get 1 is equal to, excuse me, 2/3, which is my slope, times negative 1 plus b. Solve for b. 1 is equal to negative 2/3 plus b. Add 2/3 to both sides, y'all. Yeah, I expect you to write this because I'm writing it. Okay, we can turn this to 3/3 if we want to because 1 and 3/3 are the same thing. So we get 1 and 2/3, or 3/3 plus 2/3 gives me 5/3. So the equation of this line is y is equal to 2/3 x plus 5/3. Boom. Ooh, there it is. Slope-intercept form. We need y equals m, underline that m, x plus b. We need m and b, y'all. So I'm gonna blow this up so we can see the slope. I know I'm moving this problem. Oh well, nobody cares. I need it in the problem. All right. Sorry, having a little technical difficulty. Okay, so I need to find the slope. Slope is rise over run. Rise over run. Rise over run. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 over 1. So the slope is 4. What's my y-intercept? Where the line crosses the y-axis. All right, and that's 0, -3. Remember, the slope always had the ordered pair 0 and a number. So b is -3. What's the equation? Y is equal to 4x minus 3. Simple as that. Let's bring this other equation on over here. Come on over here. Come on over here. Come on over here. All right. And so this slope is rising to the left. It's negative. It's falling. Some people say falling. Rising to the left. Same thing. And now we get a 1 over 1. But some of y'all make these mistakes because you forget this is -1, y'all. -1 over 1 or -1. And it crosses the y-axis at 4. So the equation is y is equal to a -x, math competent, plus 4. Right down here, y is equal to -x plus 4. Math competent people know there is a 1 there. Yep, yes we do. Oh yes we do. All right, so move you over here now, and you're not gonna move with you. All right, forget you too. Bye. All right, let me blow this up a little bit. All right, so yeah, that's supposed to be there. All right, so now we're getting to system of equations. So if we have one solution, the solution to a system is where the lines intersect. I don't know what intersect. All right. It's the point. It's a point. So one solution means that the lines intersect at one point. B, no solution means that the lines are parallel. C, parallel lines have, y'all write this down, parallel, have same, this looks a mess, slope. All right, and if in many solutions, the equation of the lines are exactly the same. All right. That looks a mess, I'm sorry. You get the point. All right, oh gosh, 20 minutes. You think my math 8 kids are gonna watch a 20-minute video? I doubt. Some of them, but you know, whatever. Sam's Skate Park is $3 to get into the park and $1 every hour. Brad's Skate Park is $55. I said $50. Goodness gracious, we're not going to Brad's. $5 to get into the park and 50 cents every hour. Write an equation, slope intercept form that models the situation. Define X and Y. All right, so we're gonna forget to define it because I want to get this video done in 20 minutes. So Sam, if I want to write in slope intercept form, will be Y. Which one is the rate of change? $1 every hour. Okay, so that's changing 1. You know, math competent people will just wrote X there, and $3 to get in, which is my initial value. Brad, Y is equal to, he has 50 cents. All right, a little cheaper. 0.5 or 50x, a little point there, plus 5. You know, and then most of the time these problems ask, when will they both be the same? Well, when will they both be the same will be when you set them equal to each other. So we get x plus 3 is equal to 0.50x plus 5. And then we slide to the left and slide to the right. All right, so subtract 0.50x, subtract 0.50x, minus 3, and so we get 0.50x is equal to 2, divided by 0.50, let's disappear, and divide by 0.50, how many halves fit into 2, which is 4. So X, we might want to define this. So I told you $1 every hour, $1. So dollars over hours, which is Y over X. So X is your your hours. So at 4 hours, and then if you want to figure out what your Y is, just put it back into the equation. 4 times, put 4 there. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. They will be both the same. In 4 hours, it will cost them $7. All right, I'm like 10 seconds over, but before I go, put my signature move. Mr. O'Neal. All right, so I'm expecting to see this tomorrow, and I expect y'all scores to be up because it's a great. 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 It's a great.